Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome to another edition of About Last Nightmare. It's about time, right? It's been a few, taken off a few weeks, now we're back. But things are going to be just a little bit different. Now this is a series I do with my good friend, the last Shoegazer. We used to do a two-part review. Part 1 was me, taking care of the facts and figures. Part 2 was the last Shoegazer, taking care of the synopsis and our overall rating and take on the film. Unfortunately, the last Shoegazer is going to be taking a bit of a hiatus from YouTube. Nothing major, just some family stuff and personal things. Nothing bad, just something he has to do for his best interest and his family's, which I completely understand. I'm pretty sure he'll be back eventually. I am really glad that he decided to keep this segment. This is something we have done for so long, and we both really enjoy it. What we do is we watch a movie that we both have in our collection, separately but together, and we message back and forth, sometimes giving fun facts on the film, and sometimes making fun of it, but we always really have a good time. The last Shoegazer was one of my very first friends on YouTube. And it's become one of my very best. So again, I'm so glad he wanted to continue this. The movie that we picked for this week is Lurking Fear. Now, Lurking Fear is a 1994 film which runs approximately 76 minutes and is written and directed by C. Courtney Joyner. Now, he was responsible for Trancers 3 and Tombs of Terror. He did a segment for that anthology, both Full Moon films. Now, this stars John Finch as Bennett. Unfortunately, he passed away on December 26, 2012, at the age of 70. And that's a pretty significant date, and I'll explain why in a little bit. This also stars Blake Adams as John Martise. He was in Head of the Family and Siren's Kiss. It stars Jeffrey Combs as Dr. Haggis. He was in Reanimator, all of them, Castle Freak, The Frighteners, Would You Rather, and I read on the IMDb that he is going to be in the new Creepshow TV series. Excited for that one. And finally, this also stars Ashley Lawrence as Kathleen Farrell. She was in Hellraiser 1, 2, and 6. Mikey, which desperately needs a release. Lightning Bug. And Warlock 3. I almost forgot about her. She was the first one I recognized in the film. And finally, Vincent. And I'm probably going to butcher this. Schiavelli as Nags. And here's where the coincidence comes in. He also passed away on December 26th of 2005 at the age of 57. Now, he was in Milo, Tomorrow Never Dies, and Lord of Illusions. But who can forget his role in Fast Times at Ridgemount High, where he played the science teacher. And he introduced himself as saying, "Guys, I'm on decaf today, have a heart." He's kind of special in this movie for the simple reason, my wife's uncle, Richie, who I'm quite close to, I've always said he resembles, almost to the T, the groundskeeper in Pieces. He actually grew up with Vincent, and I'm not going to pronounce the last name again, They grew up in Brooklyn together. So every time we watch a movie and he's in it, it was nice to hear memories of them growing up together. Now, some interesting things about this film. Sorry about the shaky cam, guys. Christopher Lee was considered for a part, but was too expensive. That's not exactly surprising, since it's Full Moon. Nothing against them, but they do low-budget films. And this film was actually supposed to be on Charles Band's earlier company, Empire, and was supposed to be directed by Stuart Gordon, which I think would have been a pretty good fit. Although, I do like this film the way it is. Lurking Fear is one that has eluded me, and I used to watch pretty much everything by Full Moon in the early days. This is a gem that I actually missed out on, and very glad to watch it now. I'm going to give a very brief synopsis. Basically, you have a group of people in a church that's surrounded by a graveyard where creatures live underneath. And that's all I'm going to get into. Of course, the group of people have different motives, and they work against each other rather than with each other, like most movies. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this film. There is a lot more to it, but if you've never seen Lurking Fear, I highly recommend it. The Last Shoegazer and I both gave this a 7. We're usually pretty close on reviews and ratings, but with this one, we were right on the money. Although I might like it a little bit better now, but yeah, because I did watch it again the same night, because I really enjoyed it. Now, the creature you see right down here are really, really creepy. And when I was watching this with the Last Shoegazer, he had made a statement that I think really fits. This is like Radu mixed with Castle Freak. The design of the monster, that is. And I'm pretty sure he was right on the money with that. So, thank you so much for all of the support that you've given about Last Nightmare. We both really appreciate it. Of course, I will be taking over the duties now myself, but just know that the Last Shoegazer is still a part of this and is here in spirit. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.